Be me on way to work. See a piece of shit minivan in the left lane stopped right before an exit, it's a divided highway. I see two women get out and look confused. Decide to help, I have the time. Stop just up the road and head back to help. Lady tells me car just died, she is trying to get out of the road. Tell her we should push it into the turn lane, it's safe enough. One gets behind wheel, while the other and I get behind and ready to push. As we start pushing I really lean in, because the girl is obs not very strong. Slip on some pebbles and eat shit hard. Scuffed both elbows and I'm bleeding. Get back up and finish pushing. Girl thanks me. Immediately get back in my car and leave without saying a word. That was the only time I helped a stranger, and I don't think I'm doing it again. Be me. Driving one of pick related on road, since we have two plots of basset bean fields that are a mile apart separated by that road. Quicker and easier to drive on the pavement instead of through neighbors' muddy, heavily uncared for plot. Sun starts going down, but the irrigation arms folded underneath the sprayer rig, and the back of it are covered in a shitload of reflectors, orange triangle, and some flashing lights for this reason. Miata faggot comes ripping up from behind. Decides to attempt a funny Reddit meme by driving at full speed between the wheels under the rig. Irrigation arms that get folded underneath when in transit means there isn't nearly enough space to get a car through, but apparently he didn't realize that. Absolutely massive crunching metal noise. The arm under the rig sheared the windshield off and basically chopped his torso in half at his chest. Car swerved into the wheel and took out the rim. Whole rig nearly falls on its side, but luckily it stayed mostly upright, propped up by the car underneath it. Managed to clamber out and call the cops. I've butchered a lot of animals in my time, but seeing human guts hanging from the beam definitely irked me. Sprayer rig was totaled. Dealing with his insurance was absolutely nightmarish because they only had one farm equipment adjuster, and he was a gargantuan faggot that tried to screw us over. Was stuck on the road for hours while the EMTs scraped him off the beam, and my dad had to go get the tractor to drag the sprayer rig off the road. Thanks for coming to my blog post, I still think about it often. TLDR ban Miatas. Be me. Rebuilding junkyard Jeep engine. Stroking to 4.7 liters rebuilding head at home. Make a cheap hot tank. Old trash can and water heater element. Wife sees it. Anon, what the hell are you doing, making broth? What kind of broth? Head broth. Wife just turns around and goes inside. Some people just don't get it. Here's one, be me. An Addisert, Toyota truck. Leaving, so driving on two-way road down to the spot where you can get aired up. Shop is across the road on the left-hand side. Slow down, blinker on. Make sure no oncoming traffic. Start my turn only to see a motorhome blast past me on the left, in the wrong lane. Almost bought the farm that day. Because being a car enthusiast is a miserable coping mechanism. I should have been an NPC and led a stress-free life. Because not only are you fixing your own shitbox, but when you're a real car enthusiast, you're fixing your friends and friends of friends' shitboxes. Be me. Losing my fucking mind about making time to finally wire in my puddle lights and mount my dry carbon diffuser. Hey Anon, can you fix my Rassiker that has an O-start? I bought the car like this, and it has a EM Infinity EQ and a modified factory harness, but I definitely think it's a fuel pump, so it should be easy. Weeks later I have the dash torn apart on an heavily modified high HP AP1S2K, because the fucking hacks cut up a perfectly good OEM harness. I ended up having to trace the wiring harness back wire by wire to find 4 to 5 of them broken. Here's another. Be me. Losing my fucking mind on why my buddy's Camaro is cold start misfiring. My other buddy's shitbox just lost SIL 2 after a Vanos rebuild. Hey Anon, we're doing an M54B30 swap on our E36 race team car. You think you can figure out the wiring and the complexity of figuring out how to adapt that MS43DME into the E36 chassis. Oh hey, we have a deadline because our first race is next weekend. Needless to say I abandoned that one. Too many people involved and a complete disorganized mess. I had other shit to worry about at the time. Nice bait, I'm tired of this shit, I just want to be able to finish and drive my car, but I keep blowing over the budget. Shoulda just leased myself a nice comfy GV80 and put my money into stonks or real estate instead. NPCs live a cushy stress-free life, worrying about their fucked up Starbucks order and shit.